10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening and welcome to a very special edition of Come Dine With Me, brought to you from the sleepy village of Douglas. For your delight, we have 5 willing idiots who will each prepare, serve and hopefully digest 5 meals over the course of 5 evenings. If nothing else, it will be a fine test of the recent investment at the sewage treatment works. Each night, participants will award their hosts points out of 10, and the winning master chef will select the charity of their choice to receive an as yet undisclosed sum of cash. Fortunately, the cash sum is in no way related to the quality of the food produced. Now let's meet the first of our enthusiastic contestants. There were no specific selection criteria for the show, but an ability to consume at least 3 bottles of wine each night certainly helped. First up is none other than our very own Vidal Sassoon, Karen McMillan. Karen represents the bottom of the tune, being from Main Street. A well-known and popular contestant, participating in this event, she hopes to dispel the rumour that she's had more men than hot dinners. One thing we're confident of is her being able to make the most of her available assets. Karen's a hairdresser to trade, so if anyone finds a hair in their dinner, there's no saying who it might belong to.
Cheers. It's the first one, by the way. I've never had it all day. Well, maybe should have been.
So it's night 1 and we're at Karen's at Main Street, and she sets out by lighting some candles to create a certain ambiance. She's enlisted the help of her Bain Marie for the occasion. I hope her guests like their vegetables suitably soggy.
Carrots, carrot batons, with a big dodgy butter melting on the top of them. And with potatoes in there. We're not very good at portion sizes, so there's probably enough in there for 5,000.
Yes, we've heard you like your portions big, Karen.
Measuring things like that. So there'll be enough there for Sarah and John and next door neighbours and half the street probably. Right, for the sauce. We're melting our butter in the pan. And then we're adding the flour, so we're making a roux.
Oh, she's making a roux.
That's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah. As I don't have a sieve because it happens to be lying in the back garden where the children decided to get the beasties out the paddling pool with it.
Oh good, she doesn't have a sieve. I hope they like it lumpy.
Whisk in remaining butter. Oh, that's why it's running. I've put all the butter in to start with. Oops!
That's because you're using a wooden spoon, Karen.
The cream, do not allow to boil, add the gravy to taste. What cream? Oh, I had a half pint of double cream. You need to tell me about that. See, it doesn't mention the milk. Don't follow daily record recipes, because they're all screw with.
Well, you will read the Daily Record. You should have tried the Sun instead. Karen is currently making the jambuie sauce to accompany her Balmoral chicken, which is our main course this evening. Easy does it, Karen. We don't want to end up with a creamy mess.
That one. So why did I need a pint of milk? I don't need milk, and then it tells me not to use milk. Bloody Daily Record recipes, I'll tell you. Nigella Lawson can keep her job. And my drambuie, courtesy of Morton here, at least I hope it's drambuie, it could be a urine sample, he's maybe got them mixed up.
Poor Morton, he must be kind of dehydrated if that's his urine sample. Looks like Roundup to me. Oh good. Here we go. I'll have to ask one of my guests.
If you had scratch a vision or smell a vision, Since this is my very, very first dinner party, I've got a little present for each of my guests in celebration of surviving it probably, which is a packet of Tums, a packet of Imodium, and a little candle for a keepsake. You know that they can burn it in the bathroom.
You've got such confidence in yourself, Karen. From the craziness of the kitchen to the calm serenity of the dining room, where Karen's guests have arrived and are patiently waiting, she presents them each with their gift from the medicine cabinet and is the perfect host. Let's see their reactions to their thoughtful presents.
Gauge your reactions when you open them.
Well, that's a fancy name for Viagra, isn't it?
Viagra? That'll save you a repeat prescription, Casey.
Well, I don't know, it's a candle.
Oh, Tom's got a candle. He looks slightly disappointed it's not Viagra.
Yeah. Imodium. Just in case.
Margaret comes face to face with a familiar sight, Imodium.
Just in case the other packet doesn't work. Could have been doing with meer drank.
Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, Karen uses her first lifeline by phoning a friend. She's decided there's not enough drambuie in the sauce. As an alternative, she decides to season delicately with the ash of a fag.
Needing some more. Morton just gave me a wee drop of my jam jar and it's not enough.
It's now time for Karen to start serving her starter. This evening she will be serving cream of cauliflower soup with charred cheese bread.
Right, that's the bread.
She elegantly places a piece of bread on each plate.
And that is no burn. Feel free to try some if you wish. It's not really that bit overdone. And don't give them too much, don't want it to be too full. Black on black plates.
Oh yes, we like a bit of black on black.
I'll be black and white.
Yeah?
I'll be black and white.
Who'll eat now?
Karen ladles her soup from a dangerous height.
A bit of a mess. Wipe it.
Don't take me staggering to my seat.
Oh, Mrs. B's pished already.
You need to eat it all if there's too much. If the meat's too warm.
It smells lovely.
Smells lovely, does it, Jane? We'll take your word for it. It's all gone very quiet all of a sudden.
I'm not very clued up with this etiquette stuff for dining. In fact, I've still got the water jug in the fridge too. You've got water glasses and the water's in the fridge.
It's trying to remember things, isn't it? It's like Christmas, you always forget something.
Well, it's the first time, so when I have Christmas dinner, it's all the family and they don't have water glasses and things in the right
Huh,
place.
remind me never to accept an invite to Karen's for Christmas dinner. Careful now. Oh, that'll be those hairs I warned you about. Nice sloppy carrots.
How to miss the dish. I didn't burn your fingers trying to get it in the dish. Well, I could never be a chef.
Yes, we can appreciate that, Karen. For her main course, Karen will be serving breast of ostrich stuffed with haggis, served with new potatoes and vegetables. Stop fiddling with those knobs, Karen. Yes, there's nothing like a wedgie to increase productivity in the kitchen.
Oh, the one big news the work the in. That's a good sign. Did it look like an ostrich?
A fish
with the
slice.
rest of it in the oven?
Very good.
Maybe that is still an ostrich.
When you asked the butcher to provide chicken breasts the same size as your own, Karen, we didn't think he'd take you quite so seriously.
Massive.
Look at this. An ostrich breast. Oh, I think this one's exploded slightly. Maybe what you can cover with the sauce. Right. The lumpy sauce. Is it still warm enough?
Oh, is it warm enough? No, let's leave the chicken sitting out and return the sauce to the heat. That's a nice bit of wrist action you've got going on there, Karen.
Tastes delicious though. Has to be said.
We can assume you swallow rather than spit then, Karen.
Oh my. Oh, that would be a chef. That would be a chef.
Back in the kitchen, and Karen is now preparing her dessert. She's following one of those reliable daily record recipes again.
When you do that.
There's that creamy mess we were trying to avoid.
Not very cube-like or sugar cube-like, is it? No. But with some sisterly assistance. Oh.
That sounds awful like cheating to me, Karen.
And make it thick, you get cubes. And they're set perfectly. So if you make a recipe with a daily record, don't bother. Don't bother, because they miss things out. And you'll end up with a big white splotch. Tastes delicious, but it doesn't sit in cubes.
Whipping cream. Look at the concentration on her face. Yes, nice soft peaks, Karen, that's what you're after. Not very technically minded, are we?
Okay, so the button doesn't work to get rid of the things. Perfectly set.
Crikey, it's like Blue Peter. There's one she prepared earlier.
Mocha chocolate.
I think that's fine.
Lovely. I hope you like chocolate.
That's it, Casey, just help yourself to some more wine. Would you like a straw with that bottle? Following a successful meal and before the stomach cramps kick in, it's now time to get some scores.
Everything was very good for someone who said they couldn't cook. I thought her presentation was good, and she's very entertaining, Karen. So I'm going to give her an 8.
One fat lady, how generous.
Well, what can we say about Karen? Karen, we've all been kind of worried about how to entertain people, but Karen really is the entertainment. She's been really great tonight, actually. And I liked the soup. The soup was brilliant. The chicken balmoral was really good as well.
We've heard you like a bit of breast, Casey.
Much drambuie in it, but that's how I was drunk here. But anyway, and the sweet was really nice. So she's really good entertainment, Karen. So between the entertainment and the meal, I'm going to give Karen an 8.
Just what I expected of Karen tonight. It's been a wonderful night, and our meal was absolutely fantastic. I don't believe she's not a cook. I'm going to give her 9.
I really enjoyed my night, and Karen's been really, really brave to do it. It's the first time she says she's ever cooked for adults. She said she's been an adult chef virgin, so she's lost another virginity tonight. And for her fabulous efforts, I'm going to give Karen an 8 out of 10. It's been a fabulous meal, and she's been a hostess with the mostess.
So an 8 from Tom gives Karen a grand total of 33. And Margaret thinks she's an excellent cook, does she? Wait till she sees the DVD.
That's it. As you can see, disaster zone. But I think it went no bad. Nobody's collapsed. Nobody's been sick.
So far.
So I think we're all right. We've done it.
Second to take up the challenge, and increasing the average age of contestants by around 20 years, is former primary school teacher Margaret Bannatyne. Margaret Harks from the Bowery has 2 children and a husband who she likes to describe as a fireside rug, always under her feet. We're led to believe that Hugh is the chef in the Bannatyne household, although Margaret has won various prizes in the local flower show over the years. She maintains that her greatest achievement was winning first prize for her rock cakes. Pity you'd entered them in the scone section then, Margaret. That's a very attractive pinny you've got on, Margaret.
Just get it all prepared, but yours would have been over in 2 minutes.
You'll be used to that then, Margaret.
Robbie Burns didn't put butter in his status.
Who told you that?
I'm telling you.
While she waits on her guests arriving, Margaret begins to prepare her starter. This evening she will be serving what she describes as a touch o' Burns. What that is potatoes, turnips and haggis confined within a Yorkshire pudding. I'm not quite sure where Burns visited in Yorkshire, but apparently he did visit there once upon a time. Tom is the first of Margaret's guests to arrive for the evening. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Hugh can't help but interfere. He lets all the heat escape from the oven. It's awful! You've just arrived, Jane! Meanwhile, Margaret supervises Hugh as he pours the drinks.
Remember Cam's in here.
I'll never have to drink that one.
Margaret then creeps in behind her guests and gives Casey a fright.
Oh, you nearly got them all.
Aye, there we go. Cheers.
Thank you, Margaret. Lovely.
Thank you very much, Margaret. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Sounds what you do, aye.
Aye, she said that they were to 7 o'clock. I didn't realise that.
That's nice.
What's
What's that, Mark? It's lovely.
It's a gin fizz.
Oh, that's
Well,
nice.
Marks and
That's-
Spencer's gin fizz.
Oh, it's a gin fizz from Marks and Spencer.
This is from a whisky sauce, yes.
Margaret returns to the kitchen to prepare her whisky sauce. It seems to be a common theme this week that people are lacing all their food with alcohol. Oh, there's the doorbell. I wonder who it is. Let's see. Oh, they've got a bag. Oh, they're certainly well wrapped up, whoever it is. I'm not sure. Who do you think it is? She gives herself a good shake off. I'm still not sure. Let's see. Oh, it's Karen! Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, Hugh is up to his fireside drug tricks again. Margaret tries to stir her sauce, but he seems to keep getting in the way. You know what they say about too many cooks?
You've just to bring it to the royal and I take it off.
I'll put whiskey in it to come out
No,
down.
no. I want to put my cream in first.
Alright, that's-
Quite right, Margaret. Put your foot down.
You see it?
Yes, I see it.
Because you want to boil it right enough.
Do I sense a wee domestic coming on?
And there's a whiskey.
It's from, it's creme free. I've put in.
Margaret then moves on to stuff her puddings, under the watchful eye of Hugh. Are you sure you're doing that right, Margaret? Margaret's guests are now seated, and Karen reminisces about swinging from the lights in the dining room when she was a youngster with Hazel. Some things never change, eh, Karen?
This is a touch of Burns.
That's nice.
Do you know where the Yorkshire pudding comes in, man?
That was my line, Margaret.
No more, thank you.
Back in the kitchen, and Margaret is beginning to prepare her main course. This evening she will be serving balsamic chicken with apricot and pistachio couscous.
Apricots. And this is
That's just a wee extra, is it, Margaret?
Can they fill it up a wee bit?
She carefully places the chicken breast on top of the couscous, and she's brought out her trusty friend, the hostess trolley, for the occasion.
Well, I need to put on it. It's balsamic vinegar, brown sugar, and
Maybe you'd better ask Hugh what ingredients are in it, Margaret. Margaret's obviously not as technically advanced in the kitchen as Karen was, and she brings out yet another trusty friend in the form of her manual whisk. Half an hour later, Margaret then mixes the cream with her melted after eights, the key component of her after eight sundae.
it's a kind of fondant, you know.
Margaret garnishes her dessert with some grated chocolate. It must be nearly time for some scoring.
Just had a lovely meal here at Margaret's. The starter was very unusual, but delicious. Lovely. The wine was lovely. The main course was the first time I've tasted couscous, but it was good too. I'll try that myself someday, perhaps. The sweet was delicious. I've got a sweet tooth, so I like sweets. But
Oh, there's always a
not the
but.
point of, because you forgot to put the napkins out. We had the water jug and the water glasses, but you forgot the napkins. So I'm giving her a 9.
Margaret was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed my meal, and I think I'll give her an 8.
Short and sweet, Jane.
Margaret's been a fabulous host, and it's really, really difficult. It was the first time I'd ever tried couscous, and it was really, really nice. We've had a fabulous time. Again, copious amounts of wine, and tonight I'm going to score Margaret with a wonderful 7. What can I say about Margaret? When it started with the Yorkshire pudding and the haggis, I thought this is going to be one of these Scotch nights. And I was kind of half expecting Hugh to come through with the kilt on and the bagpipes, but he never appeared. But it was really good. And then we get the kind of Moroccan theme with the couscous and the chicken, which was really nice. And then the sweet, which was lovely as well. So for that, first, before I mark her, I'm going to just go through there and check the
Dirty boy.
because the last time I was in, I'll need to go and see if she's got something new like for the last time. So, yeah. But for that, then I'm going to mark Margaret an 8.
That gives Margaret a grand total of 32.
But I think everything went all right. And had I been left to do it myself, I think I would have had it all finished in about 10 minutes. But my control freak kept me going. So it lasted quite a while, that was fine.
Our third contestant can regularly be found up the Colonel's entry. Keith, or Casey as he's best known, is a public sector employee, so he's adept at providing an inefficient service. His greatest fear about participating in Come Dine With Me was the prospect of having to get out of his bed before 10 a.m. Casey is married to Elaine and has 2 children, Natalie and Clark. Casey's recipes will not be appearing in the recipe book because he is a mason. You'll all know that Casey is an avid house builder, and it's his ambition to build himself a house with no less than 7 bedrooms. We're quite uneasy about his need to overcompensate in the bedroom department.
It's been a wee bit of a stressful day. I've been running late, so it's going to just a last minute rush here. So we're getting there, but we've started getting everything prepared. So just a couple of things today, a couple of dresses for the salad to make and stuff. So I'm getting there, but I think I'll just get the wine on with that one.
Aye, why not start as you mean to go on, Casey? Before his guests arrive, Casey prepares a cucumber salad which he will serve with his main course this evening, a Thai-red chicken curry. Just at that, some guests arrive at the door.
Come on. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, you right? Fine, aye.
It's Mrs. Bannatyne and a hairy mammoth.
What a nice.
For entertainment this evening, Casey will be providing the television. Just in time for Emmerdale.
Panicking.
Casey retires to the kitchen and leaves his guests in front of Coronation Street and brings out the biggest bag of rice you might ever have seen in all your life. It looks like an aid parcel for the Middle East.
This is the first time this is at the Jimmy Oliver book. If it doesn't work, you can blame him. This is a curry paste I made. I made this last night. So I have been cheating a wee bit. But,
Casey starts to prepare his main course by browning chicken in a frying pan.
Right, take for some wine in there. Don't panic, don't panic.
Captain Mannering himself. It's time for Casey to begin serving his starters. He will be serving Thai king prawns with chilli and ginger.
I don't mind experimenting. I always work out.
That's why Jan with ice probably needs because she doesn't have
Don't mind here. Keep floating.
Casey Floyd indeed. Wine seems to be a common theme. Casey invites his guests to take a seat at the table and storms off.
Right, so what is it, Lisa? Obviously prawn, but
10 out of 10, Karen. It's a prawn.
Coriander.
Oh, those are very generous gifts, Casey. You'll be hoping that that's reflected in the scores at the end of the evening. Casey then serves up his Thai curry. I wonder if it'll look the same when it comes out tomorrow morning. For his dessert, Casey will be serving coconut ice cream. Homemade ice cream is notoriously difficult to get right. That's obviously why Casey's opted simply to add his own ingredients to a shop-bought product.
Dairy or sweets very well. Well, at the start of this event, they'd said to me, what two things would you not like? I would have to say king prawns and I would have to say curry. And what did Casey give us tonight? King prawns and then a Thai chicken curry. And there was garlic in both of them, which I don't like either. However, I'm not here to downpoint them just because of the things that I don't like. I ate both of them, cleaned my plate, apart from the cucumber, and thoroughly enjoyed them. The ice cream was to die for. So Casey, a 7 from me tonight.
I can believe tonight that was the wee boy I used to teach at school. What a lovely meal we've had tonight. And believe it or not, but I never eat curry. But I thoroughly enjoyed it tonight. It was a lovely meal.
Come on then, Margaret, give us your score. Yeah, your score.
Well, I thought Casey was very good tonight. He made it all look effortless. His starter was right up my street. It was prawns with the ginger, which I really enjoyed. And then he did the Thai curry, which I really enjoyed. And my favourite coconut ice cream. So I will give it a 9.
I can't fault the food. The meal was delicious. I love prawns, so the king prawns were fantastic. The ice cream was especially delicious. But
Oh, it's that but again.
I decided I was going to judge people by starting them off with 10 and then I'll deduct points for where they went wrong. So he loses a point because he didn't take her coats when we came in. He loses another point because there was no salt and pepper on the table and I felt the curry could have been doing with a bit of salt on it. I'll take another point off him just because he was the favourite and he's too good. But I'll put a point on for the present he gave us. Lovely recipe chocolate book thing. So I'm going to give Casey 8.
Aye, I think it went quite well actually. I was a bit nervous, I was quite surprised at that because I didn't think I would be, but it was, I actually forgot a few things. I forgot to put the sugar snap peas in the curry, but so when you get the recipe, remember put them in, don't miss them out. Then I forgot to put the wee biscuits out, the wee macaron biscuits with the ice cream, but anyway, we had them later on. In fact, Margaret peeled all the rice paper off the bottom and then left it and then ate it all at the end. So well done, Margaret. I was quite impressed with that. But no, I think it went quite well, but we'll soon find out at the final night how the scores went. But it's all for charity, so it's all good.
That gives us a grand total of 32 points for Keith. It seems the younger contestants appreciated his spicy theme more than the older ones. Each night an 11 PM curfew was ignored and Casey's evening is understood to have continued into the wee small hours. We've managed to retrieve secret footage of these late night orgies. If you do not wish to have your perception of these fine upstanding citizens to be undone, please look away now.
Is this a video? Aye.
So this not interested.
Just stop you.
This not interested.
Remember, it's an old wife you're dealing with.
I'm girls. Oh, she's I'm girls.
Fourth up is Jane Bairner. Jane hopes to bring an air of style and sophistication to the Come Dine With Me experience. She is married to local holier Ian and has two gorgeous daughters, Lindsay and Stacey. Jane's Braehead residence will be the venue for her dinner party this evening, and her biggest fear is that appearing on the DVD will add several pounds to her slender figure. Jane is a bit of a wine connoisseur with a particular penchant for champagne. Her guests should be in for a treat this evening. It's 6 AM on the day of Jane's dinner party and she's up early preparing her main course, fruity lamb casserole. We're led to believe that it's not the only fruity thing that will be on show this evening. Jane is living up to her very efficient reputation and has pre-measured all her ingredients.
Too much than too little. So you've just to coat all the lamb. Fry it off a bit first, just brown it, and then I'll put it into my casserole and then I'll do the sauce. Well, I thought, for me personally, I thought Casey made it look effortless, and I think I enjoyed Thai food, so I think I quite liked it. There's not been any, they've all been very good. I enjoyed Margaret's and Cam's. Yes, I have got a butler in the buff tonight, just to spice things up a little bit.
Oh well, if not, there's always that sex toy you've left sitting out in the kitchen work surface, Jane. Oh, Karen's got a bit of a smile on her face, I wonder why.
Just saying it looks a bit like Carol, doesn't it?
Oh, that'd be why.
You could be his brother.
Thank you very much.
Carol Swords.
I never mind us, Sarah. Oh, you get extra points for that.
Oh, well, I thought so, you might.
Oh, yes, extra.
Thank you.
Margaret's eyes are transfixed on the young butler.
I'm a first aider. Thank you.
Peachy.
You're going to need it.
The poor boy will be lucky to escape with his penny on. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Jane's lamb casserole gets cold while she passes the time of day with the butler.
But I said to the girl, I think it was.
For her starter, Jane will be serving duo of pepper soup. This is a tricky procedure which requires her full attention. She has been distracted on several occasions by a cheeky side.
That's not bad. laugh.
Please, need to take it too serious.
No, that's a good thing.
Is everyone else on the right line?
Karen isn't sure where to look.
That's my couscous.
Following a quick check of the vegetables, Jane then leans in to check the meat.
No,
Jane is now serving her main course of fruity lamb casserole with couscous and medley of vegetables. We do like a bit of meat and 2 veg.
So you busy to
Did I say that? Actually, I can't remember.
Jane's dessert this evening is vanilla panna cotta with rhubarb and ginger compote.
Who would like coffee, or would you like a liqueur? Or would you like a coffee and a liqueur?
I'm cooking tomorrow.
But you know what I've got?
Careful where you put your hand, Jane.
Going to Italy, I've got limoncello. I made it myself.
Ooh, homemade limoncello.
Put it in the freezer. Would you like a wee shot of limoncello? Mary, would you for a shot of limoncello?
I don't know what it is. I'll have a shot.
Yeah.
I think it's time for some scores.
So I'll do the
I'll
honours.
take one.
Well, it's Jane's turn tonight, so we've had a really cracking night tonight. Actually, in fact, I think we've seen the winner tonight. I would say. What do we have? What was it? Soup to start with. I think it was chicken and tomato soup actually.
Nope, no it wasn't.
Mixed. I'm not really sure. I don't know how she done that, but I need to ask her about that one. The main meal was lamb, and lamb's my favourite meat, so that was really nice. And then there was the sweet, I think it was terracotta or something she called it.
That'll be a challenge for the digestive system.
No, panna cotta.
That's better.
So it was really nice, and then the waiter, that got get everybody going there the night, Tam Kirtland included. I think it was a competition between him and Karen who was going to get away with him the night. But it was really good, really enjoyed it, really first class, 5 star. So I'm going to give Jane a 9.
Yes, well, it was a lovely evening tonight, just if I'd been 50 years younger. He was super, he was such a polite young man, and the meal was excellent. I'm going to give Jane... Right?
Lovely meal again tonight. Food delicious. Presentation spot on. And I think, as you'll be able to see from the video, the butler, mwah. There's no other score I can give Jane. Food, she could have gave me beans and toast, and I would have still give her this back. I'm giving Jane a 10.
Jane was such a fantastic hostess, and her little butler wasn't too bad as well. Must have cost her a fortune, little Edinburgh guys always do. Meal fantastic, table layout was amazing, food was fantastic. So from me, because I go tomorrow night, Jane, you're my winner, you get a 9 from me. And I just hope that's a 6 that's up the right way. It is.
Hopefully I think the night went well. I've enjoyed it. I thought it was a good laugh. Didn't take it too serious. And I think the butler was an added extra. Hopefully.
So Jane triumphs into the lead with a fantastic score of 36. Although how much that's got to do with the quality of her food, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Jane's not for letting them go. Our final contestant is none other than the village's slimming guru, Tom Kirkland. Tom is a relative newcomer to the village, but he's slotted in well to a number of positions since he arrived. Tom is an avid green bowler and also a member of the Douglasdale Players, taking to the stage every March, most often in drag. Tom lives in Nursery Avenue and is also an award-winning baker, being awarded several prizes in the flower show over the years. Tom is concerned that he doesn't have much space in his dining kitchen, but we've been assured that he can fit large things into small spaces very easily. It's only the afternoon, but already Tom is adding alcohol to his dessert of Cranachan.
2 tablespoons of bottled whiskey and a little drop for luck. And then we need, the recipe's actually for 4, but I'm doing it for 5, so I'm increasing everything. So we need 3.5 tablespoons of honey.
Oh, very professional. He's got his specs on.
I wish I had got.
Who's driving me from Norway to destination for Valentine's Day. I'm thinking, hey, this is my new house.
You end up having to clean the outside of the glasses.
Excellent, so let's play a song for you and everyone else who's moved in with you. So what do you want us to play, Neil?
Yes, as you might have guessed, Tom's evening has a Scottish theme and he's having his guests piped in. His guests appear to be slightly mortified and are attempting to get in the front door as quickly as possible.
I think ask me at 10:30.
Tom is now checking his meat.
I've just baked it in the oven for slowly for.
Right, wee peachy bump. Ian's gone, stop saying that.
Oh crikey, she's still talking about the bloody butler.
I said, you know, he had tattoos, but they were really lovely. I said, they were.
Margaret seems impressed with the butler's tattoo.
Well, it was this morning. He says, I didn't put him on his bum. No,
Just marks.
I didn't look at the parts.
Oh, we've got the pipes on again to welcome Karen in. Come on Jane, tell the truth. It's now time for Tom to seat his guests for their meal. In case you haven't guessed, Tom's evening has a Scottish theme.
It does, it smells lovely.
Well, I'm not next to you the night, Margaret. You're going to
I'm having a look at you then.
Is that why you've been sitting next to me?
That in the name of it.
Oh,
For his starter, Tom is serving a West Coast platter, which consists of oatcakes, smoked salmon mousse, Arbroath smoky and apple patty, and prawn cocktail. Karen helps herself.
The cheese sauce for the cauliflower.
I think that's two things like that. Ian tells a story like that.
Mum, who's holidaying in royal family over the weekend?
peachy bum.
Jane's back at the bar.
As a mum like that, I think he was quite
So,
fortunate.
do you categorise all bums?
What do you think, Cam? You're probably better than we with young mums. I don't see many.
I'm going to get you that, are you?
You're younger than me.
Oh, there you go.
Aye, because
I like
it's
an egg
older,
bun.
you got a wee bit more flab about it.
And it sags slightly. Mum sags in it.
Aye, we'll make that.
Nice
Silver
person.
stuff, didn't we?
Okay, Tom. Men would get that, do they?
Men do get served alive, but they don't see it the same. Because it's women's skin's different.
Actually, that's all right.
Tom, too, has purchased a gift for his guests. Little do they know, it's actually a picture of themselves.
Yeah.
I'll keep the rains away from the fire.
That's good. Thank you very much, Tom.
Well, that's terrible, that wee old woman in the front with my double chin.
Continuing with his Scottish theme, Tom has arranged some entertainment for this evening. This gentleman here is about to recite Tam O'Shanter. We'll move on swiftly.
It's a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece. It came about.
Followed by the dulcet tones of Anne Smith.
And we'll sleep together at the feet. John Anderson, my Joe.
This part is pure rockin'. It's time for the final evening's scores, and things seem to have taken their toll on Karen.
I'm so glad this is the last one. Because I don't think my knees can take much more. Look, skinny.
I do not want to know.
Scoring for Tom, what should I give him? I'm really looking for things I could take points over, but I have to say there's nothing we can. Or does the toilet seat being left up, does that count for a point? Take a point off him for leaving the toilet seat up. But he did give us a lovely photo, so we'll need to add a point. So I think... Sorry, Mum. We're going to give Tom a 10.
It's a lovely meal tonight, and I'm a fishy person, so
Smells like it too.
It was really nice, and the Cranachan is another of my favourites. So tonight I'm going to give him 9.
Well, I enjoyed Tom's night. I think he's been the perfect host. I enjoyed his starter, his fish selection was lovely. Enjoyed his steak and his sweet was lovely. The Cranachan was really good. And his entertainment was excellent. So I'll give him a 9.
It's been like a kind of mini burn supper tonight. It's been really good, really enjoyed it. Right for the piper.
Tell the truth.
The food's been really good. I really enjoyed the
Casey seems to have developed an itchy eyebrow.
that kind of thing, so that's been brilliant. And the beef and that, beautiful. No, overall it's been a great night, Tam. I really enjoyed it. It was quite good, the buns thing at the end there. Really good, really enjoyed it. So for that, Tam, I'm going to give you a 9.
So with a grand total of 37, that makes Tom our 2011 Come Dine With Me winner. Tom was awarded a rather attractive wooden bowl and invited to select a charity of his choice to receive the fantastic sum of £2,200 raised at the premiere of Come Dine With Me 2011. See you all next spring when 5 more willing idiots will compete